I would like to welcome everybody to today's webinar. It's 5 o'clock in Europe and 11 o'clock on the east coast of the US. We are getting started on time. This webinar is entitled Cutting Edge Humanized Mouse Model to Predict the Patient Response to Cancer Treatments, which is being presented by Caroline Mignard. To start, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Krista, and I am the business coordinator at Oncodesign, and I will be your host today for the webinar. First, I'd like to address a couple of practical matters. The webinar will be available to all attendees. We'll email you a link to the presentation by email. And directly after the presentation, our presenter, Caroline Mignard, will answer your questions. So if you have any, please feel free to type them in the control panel that you see on your screen. The attendee won't be able to see your questions if you send them directly to Caroline or to myself. If you cannot see the control panel, just click on the top arrow on the top of your screen. And in case there are questions that cannot be answered by the end of today's session, Caroline will respond to them by email later on. If experiencing technical difficulties, please message to me, so to the host, and I will be able to assist you. I hope that you will enjoy today's presentation. Now, let me introduce you to Caroline Mignard, our speaker. So, Caroline has obtained a PhD in biology from the University of Strasbourg, France, and she has more than 15 years of experience in preclinical research. She's now a study director at Oncodesign. She's directly supporting our BD activity and working closely with our client to help select most appropriate study designs for the evaluation of their therapies through preclinical studies. Having that, let's begin the presentation. Caroline will guide you through the slides that she will show you today. Are you ready to start the presentation?
Yes.
Then let's get started.
Thank you, Krista. So this presentation will give you several examples of existing human immune system reconstituted mouse models and their application in evaluation of cancer therapeutics. So this presentation is divided into several parts. After a short introduction, I will describe how to generate immune system reconstituted mice. In two different parts, I will expose several examples of humanized mouse models reconstituted with either human PBMC or human stem cells, hematopoietic stem cells. And finally, I will draw some conclusions. So, to introduce the subject, here I describe different types of mouse models commonly used for the evaluation of cancer therapeutics. The PID illustrates the different classes of currently available mouse models that are used for preclinical evaluation of anti-tumor therapeutics. Classical xenograft models is the basis of preclinical studies, and more sophisticated of models such as GAMM or PDX mouse model may be used to gain better understanding of the drug mechanism of action. Which models are suitable for immuno-oncology? Two key components are very important for a mouse model: the immune system and the tumor. So immune system and tumor could be from mouse. This is the case for standard syngenic models, GAMM. And these two key components could be from human. That's the case for standard xenograft or PDX on humanized mouse. Several immunotherapies have been developed during the last decades, including tumor-targeting monoclonal antibodies or adoptive cell transfer, for example. Few FDA-approved therapies, such as cyclophosphamide or radiation therapy, have been used as conventional forms of anti-cancer therapy, exerting cytostatic or cytotoxic effects. Accumulating evidence indicates therapeutic effect of this molecule is also related to the immune system. A large set of well-characterized syngeneic models is available to assess cancer therapeutics in a fully immunocompetent host. This model presents some limitations. Depending on the target investigated, the target biology in the mouse may differ from the human system. And especially when working with therapeutic antibody, the therapeutic compound may not be cross-reactive to the mouse homologue. So ideally, the in vivo model should recapitulate the biological characteristics of the human tumor. So in the target, a tumor expressing the target in human tumor models, xenograft or PDX. And the model should also recapitulate the related tumor macroenvironment, such as the immune system or liver environment, liver function. I will briefly describe in this part how to generate immune system reconstituted mice. So various immunodeficient mouse strains have been generated to improve the human cell engraftment. Reconditioning of mice by applying irradiation or chemotherapy is required to deplete mouse phagocytic cells, place the mouse bone marrow, and to create a niche for the human cells. The source of human cells is a further step in the process of humanization. One approach is to engraft mature lymphoid cells. That is the case in the PBMC mouse models. A second approach is to transplant immunodeficient mice with human hematopoietic cells, IV or intracardiac route. Both methods are widely used at Oncodesign to generate humanized mice. Another approach is to transplant immunodeficient mice with human fetal thymus and fetal liver under the renal capsule. And this model can be improved by additional transplantation of human CD34 cells from the same liver. Instead, we'll describe several examples of evaluation of cancer therapeutics using PBMC mouse model. So in this experiment, B-cell lymphoma was IV injected to irritated mice on day 1. PBMC were IP injected 2 days later. Mice receive repeated injection of targeted therapy. At the treatment period, the mice were terminated for bone marrow and spleen collection to perform a flow cytometry analysis. Control mice were terminated within 20 to 30 days after tumor implantation for ethical reasons. The animals showed body weight loss and paralysis. In treated group, the mice showed a sign of tumor development later, within 35 to 40 days after tumor implantation. Flow cytometry, human leukocytes were detected in the mouse spleen, confirming the successful humanization of mice. However, this proportion was not affected by treatment. and the proportion of human B cells was highly decreased in treated mice when compared to control group. In the bone marrow samples, FACS analysis revealed a significant decrease in human B cells, mainly tumor B cells expressing human CD10, and proportion of human leukocytes in bone marrow was not affected by treatment. So in this experiment, in humanization conditions, the tumor grow in the mice. We observe a death of mice related to tumor development, characterized by the body weight loss and paralysis. Efficacy of the compound was evidenced by an increased survival, and flow cytometry shows that treatment induced a significant decrease in B cells, normal and tumor B cells. In the second experiment, plasma cell myeloma was subcutaneously injected to irradiated in mice on day 1. Were IP injected at the time of randomization based on the tumor volume. Mice receive repeated injection of targeted therapy, which mechanism of action is based on T cell recruitment. In control and treated mice, we observe a development of the tumor, reaching 2,000 cubic millimeter within 40 days, and the mice is terminated based on this for ethical reasons. And the efficacy of the compound was evidenced by the regression of tumors. So the UBNC mouse model is a model of interest to evaluate human cells targeting therapies, such as B-cell targeting antibodies or B-specific antibodies. In this part, I will describe several examples of evaluation of cancer therapeutic using hematopoietic stem cell reconstituted mice. So this approach to develop humanized mice is the engraftment of deficient mice with hematopoietic stem cells. Umbilical cord blood is depleted from CD3 positive T cells prior to injection into mice. We obtain multi-lineage of hematopoietic cells, including B cells, T cells, myeloid cells, and NK cells. The majority of cells in the spleen were CD19 positive B cells, while in the thymus, of cells are T cells. Nevertheless, myeloid cells and NK cells are detected at a low level. The system that developed from the hematopoietic stem cell is naive and tolerant to host. GVHD symptoms were observed. Functionality is not proven for all cell subtypes. The B cells are not fully mature. They are able to produce a high amount of human AGM, but only a low amount of human IgG. Remaining deficiencies are being addressed using genetic and technological approaches to improve an immune system engraftment and function. And this model can be used for long-term experiments. To overcome the lack of NK functionality, the Central Institute for Experimental Animals, CAA, developed 2 severe immunodeficient NOG mice. expressing the human interleukin 2 or interleukin 15 transgene. Indeed, the expression of this human interleukin has a great benefit of maturation and activation of NK cells and prolong the half-life of human NK cell in NOG mice. So, in research program with the Japanese Institute, we demonstrated that both IL-2 and IL-15 NOG mice were successfully reconstituted with hematopoietic stem cells. Levels of human NK cells were detected in peripheral blood and central lymphoid tissues. The human NK cell function was evidenced using an ex vivo Chrome 50 lysis assay. We demonstrated lysis properties of NK cells from collected mouse spleen in similar manner with activated peripheral NK cells to Raji cell culture and treated with rituximab. In vivo proof of concept studies are performed using this strain of mice reconstituted with hematopoietic stem cells and xenografted with either human Burkitt lymphoma or human solid tumors and treated with therapeutic antibody. Here represented the result of trastuzumab injected into humanized mice, xenografted with BT474 tumor. Anti-effect of Herceptin was enhanced in hematopoietic stem cell grafted mice compared to non-humanized mice. This model is useful to evaluate in vivo and NK cell mediated effect of therapy. So, a novel recipient mouse strain, BRGS, are being developed by Axenis. This immunodeficient mouse, based on the BELC genetic background, does not show increased radiosensitivity found in SCID-BAB mouse model. BS mice humanized for the human system contain all human hematopoietic cell subsets, such as B cells, T cells, NK cells, dendritic cells, monocytes, and macrophages. In this experiment, BRS mice humanized with hematopoietic stem cells were xenografted with two different PDX tumors, one lung and one ovarian tumor. The humanization was checked prior to tumor implantation, and proportion of human CD45 positive cells ranged from 20 to 80% in mouse blood. At the experiment, the mice were terminated to collect different tissue, both blood, spleen, lymph node, tumor, bone marrow, for FACS analysis and immunohistological analysis. Different immune population were identified in the collected samples. We evaluated proportion of lymphoid cells, such as T cells, B